Hi, how are you? Continuing on this stream of consciousness that I started in a video last week. If you missed that video, I was noodling how business development has shifted throughout the years and how we need to move away from these more traditional, non-linear, honestly not even applicable to most of us, ways of building and creating what we want. The biggest takeaway that most people kind of got their OHFs on, or oh holy fuck moments, is asking yourself not what is wrong with me, but what is wrong with this advice. Because as human design shows us, 95% of us aren't designed to initiate anything. So all of these one-liners of, just do it, or say yes and figure it out later, or trust your guts, does not apply to everyone. And yet this is the vernacular that we repeat over and over and over again when it comes to supporting people in creating what they want. So the piece that has been sticking out to me this morning that was inspired by the card pull that I had is our stories. We get repetitive in our stories. We get repetitive in the stories that we share about our journey, and we get repetitive in the stories that we tell ourselves in behind the why behind our how. The why things didn't work out, well, it must be me. The why things aren't clicking, well, there must be something wrong with me. And this is something that has really stuck out to me, not in the sense of the stories that I tell myself in regards to my why, because of the work I have been doing, connecting to my human design, understanding the why behind my how, but more of the story that I share about my journey, especially in all the podcasts that I've been. It has become routine. It has become a story that I just tell instead of share. Does that make sense? And it's funny because I catch myself in these podcast interviews getting caught off guard when hosts interrupt me, and rightfully so they should, because a piece of it has stuck out to them, and I get lost. I get almost disconnected to my story because of that interruption. And lately, I have been really conscious of that. I've been really aware of the routine in which I tell my story. It's almost muscle memory. Like, I make an actual thought to go, okay, today I'm just gonna try it differently. And as soon as they ask me what my story is, I just flip into storytime mode. So I am presenting to an amazing mastermind class on Monday, and I am taking this opportunity to retell my story. What are the bits and bobs that I have hooked onto that no longer are my main hook? What are the personality bits that I have not shared because past people or past presences have told me it's not important, relevant, insert word here. So it is such a revolutionary time for us to re-examine our stories. Really look at how our stories are unknowingly defining us and putting us into boxes that we no longer connect to, but aren't really sure how to get out of. And that is when, for me, understanding my human design has really given me that information, because it tells me the why behind my how. And it also continues to help me deepen the moral of the story for me. It is no longer about the XYZ that I have been preaching and pushing for a while now. It is more than that. I am now more than that. It has been a while since the beginning of that story started. In fact, it's been almost 15 years. So I am taking this open awareness and re-looking at my story, re-looking how I share my story and how I connect to it, and how can I make it mine again instead of just something that is routine that I just flip on like a light switch. And this is something that I think is important for all of us to do. So if you've been feeling like you are just kind of in this loop of situations of opportunities, or maybe a lack thereof, what are the stories that you have been sharing with others that have become routine, as well as, or on top of, or the stories that you've been telling yourself? And what information do you need in order to bring it to a new light, to bring it to a new level, to match who you are and what you know to be true now? Because for me, those answers and that guidance has come with connecting to and understanding my human design. It doesn't have to be, but it is a pretty epic and deep way for you to recalibrate and to really root into your processes, your story, and the evolution of them as you continue to grow. So there's my muse for this morning. Have a great day.